I'm picking AFKay over Maligos and Cookie. What a time to be alive. But I've just been having good luck and some really consistent games with, you know, this lady compared to other heroes. And I'll hopefully try and show you how I do this. So on turn 1, obviously, you just, you know, look for a token to freeze. And if you can see, you know, the stats here, AFKay is actually competing with Galliwigs, for example. Ever since the buddy got buffed, the stats is just really good mid game. You also want to make sure you have good tier 3 tribes. Now these are all good. I'm really looking at the Quilbers as well because Brute is such a good hit. Like scaling up a Brute consistently every turn is so much stats, but I can't really pass up a Bronze Warden. It's literally the best tree drop. Here's again another Bronze Warden, another Totem Crawler as well, but Gem Splitter is nuts as well, especially since you have already the Bronze Warden. So I decided to just go for this combo instead, take the token, and now a specialty of mine is staying down on tier 1 on AFKay. Most people would level here and then level again to tier 3, trying to get 3 drops on the board with your buddy. But because there's a Pubot in the shop, we can just buy 2 shields here, start generating extra gems with the splitter, and Warrior Curve instead. So instead of Jeeve curving like normal, we can stay down another turn. I'm able to find a pair on Pubot, which is amazing, and just a random token. I will take it. We now start generating 3 gems a turn. I'm gonna jump my gem splitter so that way hopefully it doesn't get sniped and we guarantee value. And yeah, compared to other people, we're just really strong. This also guarantees that we get our buddy on time, or well, I guess not on time because we're AFK for 2 turns, so we get it a turn later from most people because it's tier 2 buddy. But still, you know, we get it on turn 5, I think, 7 gold. And here we just double level the usual classic warrior curve. We have 1 pair lined up. We got only 2 3 drops, but my goal next turn is we guarantee get our buddy, trying to fill out the board with some better 3 drops. And you know, so far our scaling direction is already kind of getting streamlined. We got Gem Splitter, which means we can go into any sort of like Quilboar comp, or we can go into a Shaker comp because we got a lot of shields. Can go into Agam Menagerie perhaps. We'll see what the future holds. But we're still strong, so we can just level and even pivot it into something completely different that I'm not even thinking of right now. So my goal again, we could just level here, but I decided to roll, trying to get better 3 drops on the board and get some skilling from this buddy. And I roll a triple into splitter, you know, sometimes that's gonna happen. Now it's pretty awkward. I never want to triple into a 4 drop, so I also don't want to buy and hold this triple in hand because, well, it's a gem splitter. I could just level here, but I really want to end on double splitter on the board because, you know, of the gems that I generate, of course. So I decide to buy, sell, bomb, buy, and freeze. That is mainly so I don't float gold, I fill out the board, and I now have nothing else in the shop, so I freeze 1 card and the rest of the shop is being refreshed. So that's a small tip. If you ever float to gold, instead just buy, sell a card if you're gonna freeze, and your gold works out better, plus you get another refresh in the shop. Now Jandas took 3 5 drops. Luckily they were pretty bad. It's Pumbaa, Safin, and Begurgle. Not horrible, but we were able to still beat that, and we're still relatively healthy. 34 HP, got 6 gems in hand. Let's see what we get from the triple. Lightfang would be fine, Brand would be fine, Agam would be amazing, obviously. We got 3 tribes, the Quilboar. Well, there is the Agam, the Quilboar, the Mech, and the Dragon. We can still fill out the board more. The only sad thing is that we only have 2 3 drops to buff with the buddy. But honestly, you know, I shouldn't focus too much on it. We already have a great scaling, great direction now. I can just stick with this Agam and just don't care about the buddy. I'm gonna keep it on the board for a little bit though, because you still triple it from your buddy meter, of course. And I want to triple that into a 6 drop, trying to get a Malodon, maybe Flat Tusk if I wanted. And here's Brukan with the double tank, the first player to actually be able to beat us, deal 12 damage. But yeah, double tank on Brukan, kind of disgusting. I was almost always gonna level here. I think I said it in chat, and the only reason I would stay down is maybe for a Hydra, because that's one of the best speeds I can hit, and Argus, so I can sell my taunt and actually, you know, make board space. And I hit exactly those in the same shop, so that's why I'm staying down on tier 4 instead of leveling here. You could definitely level here most of the time with, you know, any shop that isn't Hydra Argus. You know, Greasebot, don't get baited by it. It was once good, now scaling just fell off. And we still are gonna play with just 2 3 drops. I'm gonna taunt 2 cards here as well, trying to guarantee that my splitter lives as long as possible before it gets sniped and, you know, get the eventual value. And also taunting Bronze Warden is very valuable, because if Bronze Warden dies and it attacks in again, I get an extra shield hit. I get extra 2 gems. So that's also gonna explain my positioning at the start. If you felt like I positioned my Bronze Warden weirdly, I usually put it further back, so that way if it gets bumped into an attack and it dies, it could attack again and give me an extra gem. Now this Vol'jin on full HP gonna take a massive hit from us. This is now a ghost, so we can start dealing over 15, and our scaling is actually just like nuts still. It seems like next turn we will get our buddy. This turn I just do nothing again. I just level gem up, trying to hit the Brand, the Lightfang, maybe Safin. Now it's a Murloc, it's a poison, and triple into a 6 and snowball from there. The Sylas, I haven't played Sylas yet, and so far I haven't seen Sylas do well, but still, I believe Sylas has a lot of potential. I still want to try him. Sadly, this guy's board is pretty sad. He has like Mackerel, Deflecto, and some Greasebot scaling, which has potential, but yeah, we're just snowballing straight into that win. It seems like AFKay is just nuts if you have a good 3-drop lobby. If you can just get decent 3-drops, I didn't even have many triples lined up. I happened to roll into gems for the triple, but very often if you stay on one, you can triple a token or something else. And yeah, here we triple into an Amalgadon, and we triple Pubbot. Finally, we triple our stupid 1-drop into another 6, which is okay. We lose out on 1 shield, but I need board space anyway. There is, I guess, Slinger. A Coiler and Buster don't really matter. I'd never really need those on the board. I'd rather just find another 6-drop. Maybe that is another Amalgadon. Now, I know there was a Flat Tusk, but I honestly don't think we need Flat Tusk. It's probably overkill. Like, we have the Golden Splitter with full hand of gems anyway. Getting those 2 or 3 extra gems a turn, I don't think it's going to make a difference. I would rather try and get a Poison Divine Shield on the board that also scales up with my Agam. So we golden a random Murloc trying to hit, you know, second Dong. I will take it. And we're going to get rid of this Buddy. We actually kind of played without Buddy most of the game. We had like 2 targets that we buff up a little bit compared to other hero powers, or other buddies I should say. Our Buddy had really low value. But the fact that we just have early Splitter and just so much Snowball is what made us, you know, be in this good position in the mid game. I think AFKay actually, you know, is legit in a decent spot. Also, this lobby was rather fast. There's a Brukan and Vol'jin and a lot of tempo stuff. The Jandas luckily didn't high roll like crazy. The Mayav also got an 8th place, so maybe I'm a little bit biased. Maybe in some lobbies, you know, this wouldn't work out. But hey, look at the stats on my board. I think most of the time you're gonna end up with a first place with this kind of board. Now my positioning, I wanted to put my Windfree Dong first to try and, you know, clear shields from Divine Shield taunts, and then the Poison Dong to kill a taunt. I forgot that plants are actually going to delay my attacks a lot, but I put Cleave third because I knew that people are going to play around Cleave. Now this person didn't, you know, I guess, I don't know why, but yeah, see, Cleave delayed, here it hits the side anyway, it doesn't matter. But I like putting, you know, poison, or like bumper into poison into Cleave very often, because people, it's really hard to play around it. Like, even if you have 2 taunts, you can't really play around that Cleave coming. And I have 2 taunts anyway protecting me for a while, so my Cleave is not going to get sniped. And we're now in the top 2 with the Tempo Brukan, who's still really healthy and clearly pretty strong. Let's see if we're able to beat them right now. I don't think they have their tanks still, and if they do, we should definitely win. Tanks will never be able to deal enough damage to beat this kind of board. I'm just picking tech cards. Like right now, there's not much to do. You could consider leveling, but not for much, right? I'm really looking for Sephine. With Sephine, I can poison my one Amalgadon that just has a shield that isn't fixed. The other one luckily was fixed. I'm picking up, you know, the Reborn in case we do hit at Mike's now, or if I want to Reborn an Amalgadon, because Reborn Dong is still pretty good if we hit a Sephine. If it Reborns, we could still give it poison that way, and you know, they open with the AoE, which I kind of expected, and they don't have a Cleave or anything. I tried to play around Cleave as well as possible, because usually they have a Cleave with a lot of attack, and he just has nothing. He just has double Coiler, Golden Tank, Kangor, Baron. It's like a very scammy board, but yeah, the scam boards usually can't deal with a lot of stats, and we have a lot of stats. Even if we find a Zap, we're able to completely counter this guy, because I don't think he's playing around it, and we deal not quite lethal, because there's a 1-drop in my comp and like 2 3-drops, so we deal 27, but I don't think it's ever close. I don't see a way that they can pivot into, you know, beating us. So anyway, what I want you to take away from this AFKay game is stay down if you have decent tier 1 shops. I think that's actually just amazing. Also, there's a triple on Bronze Sword. I almost forgot. I had 3 gold left, so I just picked up a Bronze Sword and pair instead of rolling. We get rewarded. You know, I don't really know what I would want. I guess a Mike's now would be decent. We still have the Reborn in hand. Other than that, we can't really take dongs. Seafood Slinger, maybe. We can find more dongs. I also tried to move my stats here onto a more useful unit. I guess the Dong, because I don't want to put it on the taunt, because he has the hero power that doubles the attack. He has like 100 attack that is just gonna go straight into my Bronze Sword and or my Pubbot. But anyway, Nadina is for sure gonna close out the game here. So AFKay, try and stay down sometimes. Don't get baited by, you know, pairs always on tier 3. It's better to just take something really strong. Like, I always try and set up with Quillbores into a Brute combo, so find Gem Generation and then Brute, and then you're insanely strong. But I'll also take Bronze Sword and Gem Splitter. Know what tribes are good on tier 3. Level properly. Use your body for tempo. Don't stay down too long, or don't get baited by filling out the board with random 3-drops is also a good tip, I guess. They just left. They gave up. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.